What's up? What's up? What's going on? What's going on? This is your boy, Mr. Opinionated, coming to you. Come on in the room, people. Come on in the room. We got to have a family time discussion. We got to have a discussion. I'm going all up and down the Facebook feed and seeing all the complaints and it's time for us to have a good old-fashioned family meeting. A lot of people don't know what the good old-fashioned family meeting is because they're a little bit younger, got some of the millennials and some of the Generation Zs and whatever they call the people that are after them. But however, those of us from Generation X and above know what a good old-fashioned family meeting means. That means when you sit down and you just lay down the law and tell it the way that it is. So this is going to be a little comedy, but I just got a couple of things on my mind. We have people acting like, what's up, JV? We got people acting like they cannot survive cutting back. If you are anything like me, a lot of us grew up in a house with 6, 7 plus people. That means in a two bedroom apartment, 2-3 bedroom apartment, you got 6, 7, 8 people living in the house, and you got some people sleeping in the room, you got some people sleeping on the living room couch, you got some people sleeping on the floor, but all of a sudden, we done got grand, we done got money, and we doing it big, and now we can't even survive with 3 bedrooms, everybody got a room, everybody got a TV, everybody got a cell phone, everybody got stuff that they don't eat. Growing up, you ate whatever your mama or your big mama or your daddy or whoever, you ate whatever they cooked. But we done got a little bit too uppity. I was talking to my friend, the blue lady, yesterday. It's called, sometimes we riding high on the hog and we feeling ourselves. So you know what? We need to stop all this complaining. Number 2, everybody done got used to these 55-inch plus TVs, and they grew up. If you grew up like me, anything like me, you had a little black and white TV in your room. Me and my brother had like a little black and white TV. It was maybe 10, 13 inches, black and white TV, about this big, watching cartoons. Didn't even know, we knew what color was. Of course, we had one color TV in the living room, but people got 55-inch TVs and don't know how to act. And not one, they had 2 and 3. The baby got a 55-inch color TV in their room. And all of a sudden, we going through this pandemic and we can't make it. And it's too much. Oh, I can't do it. A lot of us grew up, you all remember, just, wave your hand if you identify with this. You had the Flow model TV in your living room that did not work because it needed to be prepared, whether it needed a bulb, whether the cord needed to be fixed. Then you had the little 13-inch or the 20-inch TV on top of it. And you sitting down here, but you're looking up there at the other TV. So we need to cut it out. We need to stop. We're doing too much. Let's move on. A lot of us are used to eating filet mignon. We used to going to the Cheesecake Factory. We used to posting lobster and crab boils and all this foolishness. However, many of us have forgotten that we were eating grilled cheese sandwiches with the government cheese and enjoying it and liking it and didn't know anything was wrong with it. If you wanted to get a little bit more fancy, you put some syrup on there. But now, all of a sudden, we can't survive off the basic things, and which of course is a step up from what we used to eat. Government cheese sandwiches. We wasn't going to McDonald's every week. We were getting a welfare burger. You know what the welfare burger was. You got a pack of ground beef. They cut up some onions in there. They cut up some bell peppers in there. You had your mayonnaise, your tomato, your big onion. Bam. Way better than McDonald's. But all of a sudden now, oh my gosh, I can't cook. I'm tired of cooking. Oh, this cooking every day. Your mama used to cook every day, 3 meals a day. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. But all of a sudden, we didn't get along, and now we don't eat what Tanja saying, and didn't have a choice. It was the norm, right? It wasn't, oh, I don't eat that. Well, you ain't gonna eat. I was about to cuss. I can't cuss. I know how to cuss, but I don't cuss regularly, because I gotta make it work. So, we didn't have a choice, but now all of a sudden, we can't eat it. Oh, I don't eat it. I don't eat that. My child doesn't eat that. You know what? Your child get hungry enough, guess what they're going to eat? They're going to eat some beans and cornbread. Cut up an onion on the side, cut up a tomato on the side, and that's some good eating. And if you really go back, of course, I didn't eat it. We had grandparents that ate buttermilk and cornbread, dipped the cornbread in the buttermilk. But all of a sudden, we so fancy and highfalutin, can't stay in the house for a couple of days. We eat or starve. Exactly. Eat or starve. Now we give the kids too much choices. We have too many choices. We don't even know what is like. Like washing. A lot of people got washers and dryers in their house. Washers and dryers in their house. They don't have to go to the laundromat anymore. But a lot of us, the scrub board. Anybody remember the scrub board? People had to do that laundry on the scrub board. And guess what happened after that? They had to wring it out the old way. Well, if you had a little washing machine in the house, they had to crank. And you cranked it through. And guess what happened if you didn't have a dryer? You went out and you put the laundry on the line and waited for it to dry. You didn't even have a dryer. Or if you had a dryer, you didn't want to spend the money to make the gas bill higher. But now we're so highfalutin that we have the washer and the dryer in the house. And not just the regular washer and dryer. We have the top of the line. I have to have the top of the line in my house. Come on, people. This is not struggling. Of course, we're not going to take away from the fact that people are dying. My condolences goes out to anybody that has lost people. Of course, prayers goes out to people that are in hospital suffering. I work in a hospital setting, so I'm not going to say that things are not happening, people are not dying. We have not experienced anything like this before, but I think we need to come a little bit back to reality. Why do we need to come back to reality? Because there are young people watching us. Just the thing, when I think about my elders and look back, it's like, dang. They really hit it hard, and you didn't hear them crying and complaining, oh, I can't do this, oh, I can't make it. But now it's like every time you turn around, somebody crying, somebody, you gotta pick them up off the floor because they gotta wash in the house, and they have to hang stuff on the line, or we ate hot dogs on regular bread. Raise your hand if you ate hot dogs on regular bread. We wasn't having hot dog buns and hamburger buns. You had white bread, the square bread, whatever you had, you made it work. But all of a sudden now we have to have hot dog buns, we have to have hamburger buns, and no, we can't have it like that because we're uppity now. We have moved on up a little higher, so we cannot do that anymore. And let's talk about these birthday parties. I was just talking about birthday parties the other day. Many of you all can remember when mom or grandma used to bake the birthday cake. Remember when the birthday cake used to be baked because we didn't have money to go out and spend $30, $40, $50 on these giant cakes. You want chocolate or you want yellow. So they baked that cake, cooked it up, got it out, and of course you can't run in the house because if the cake drops, somebody getting a whooping. So that birthday cake used to get made. What's up, bro? Come out of the oven, put the chocolate frosting on there, vanilla frosting, strawberry frosting, whatever. Stack those babies on top of each other, slap those candles in, and everybody was saying happy birthday. And not just everybody in the house, because many of us grew up in extended family situations where there were buildings. Like I grew up, first floor was family, second floor was family, third floor was family. So not just the immediate household. You got the cousins from first floor coming, you got the cousins from the second floor coming, and all of you sat around this cake and sang happy birthday. Happy birthday. Oh yeah. Sarcastic me, exactly. That's me to the T. And the ice cream. You didn't have Breyers ice cream. A lot of people like, oh, I only eat Breyers. I only eat Bluebell. I only eat the best ice cream. What kind of ice cream did you have, people? You had that Neapolitan ice cream. You had the vanilla. You had the strawberry. You had chocolate. And you didn't have 2 or 3 of those. Everybody got a little scoop, bam, bam, bam. And that's what we did. And we made it. And we turned out fine. But now, we're highfalutin, and we just act like we just cannot move on. You're like, we're used to driving Lexuses and these $80,000 cars and this and that. When we grew up riding in putt-putts, a lot of us did, but we made it work, and we turned out fine. So the point of this video is, we need to stop stressing so much and acting like we need so much to live. We have become the biggest consumers. We just need to consume everything, and we think we need to have the best. But guess what? When all the jobs are shutting down and closing and and some people are blessed. Some people are blessed to still be getting paid, but a lot of people ain't. You better reach back in those history files inside of your head and say, oh, how do we make it? Oh, you had a big pot of beans on the stove. Oh, you had a whole chicken. Who know how to cut up a whole chicken? Cut up the whole chicken. And you made that big giant pot of vegetable soup and a big pan of homemade cornbread. We got to make it work. So that's all I wanted to pop on here and say, of course, doing it in a joking manner. One more thing. One more thing. I got to talk about this. The hair. A lot of us, we're like, oh my gosh, I have not been to the beauty shop. I can't get my hair done. And shout out to my people that are stylists. Shout out to AJ Styles, Beauty and Barbershop, that whole clan. A lot of people, a lot of people are going through. But let's go back to the time when the hair used to be done in the kitchen. You saw your mama, your grandma, they was burning in the kitchen, whether it was the straightening comb, whether it was the handheld curlers, whether it was the wet set. Don't act like you don't remember this. Like, if your grandmother or mother had sisters, they did each other hair in the kitchen. They did wet set, they clipped ends, they did all of that. They dyed their hair in there, the nails done. You remember when nails got popular, when everybody was going to school and doing it, and they were doing the nails in the kitchen. All this stuff that we used to be able to do at home. We're so used to spoiling ourselves till we just are a mess, and we cannot endure anything, and we want our children. I don't want my children to suffer the way that I suffered, and you know what? That's why they ain't worth a damn, and that's why they don't know how to do anything. So let's go back to letting them suffer just a little bit, so that when things happen and times get bad, they can live and survive. So once again, just wanted to pop in and talk about it, because I was posting all this. I'm like, let's just make a video. Let's have some fun with it and talk about all the things that we grew up seeing, and how we made it over, and how we're still surviving. So I want to end on that note. You can follow me on social media at Mr. Opinionated. Please go like the Facebook page and like the YouTube channel, because I'm going to post this to the YouTube channel. Peace, love, happiness, be safe. Don't go out there doing what you're not supposed to be doing. Stay in the house. Let's pray that all of us make it through, and then we're going to tell about how we survived. But let's go revisit some of those old principles and those old way of doing things that kept us alive. Peace out.